Easter is my favorite excuse to put together a fun, colorful, and totally delicious charcuterie board for my family and friends. Today, I'm going to show you how I create an eye-catching Easter charcuterie board that's packed with sweets and treats I know everyone will love. It's super easy, and the best part, I can mix and match whatever goodies I like. Let's jump right in. Before I eat all the chocolate bunnies, first things first, I grab a big wooden serving tray. To keep those tiny candies from rolling away, I line it with some parchment or wax paper. Trust me, this makes cleanup way easier. If you don't have a fancy wooden tray, don't worry. I have one because I'm a food photographer, and my studio is basically a prop jungle. But let's be real. Most people don't have an endless supply of serving boards lying around. A simple baking sheet with raised edges works just as well. Just lay down some parchment paper, and once you start loading it up with goodies, it'll magically transform into a showstopper. Trust me, no one will even realize it's the same pan you use for baking cookies. One thing I love to do when bringing a charcuterie board to a party is to use a disposable plastic tray. That way, I don't have to spend the evening playing detective, trying to figure out who took off with my fancy serving board, or awkwardly hovering like a snack guardian until everyone's done eating. Just serve, enjoy, and make a smooth getaway. No tray rescue mission required. All right, time for the fun part, filling the board. I begin by placing my bowls first, arranging them to get a feel for the overall layout. I want my board to look balanced, so I make sure not to pile all the bowls on one side. After all, this is as much about presentation as it is about taste. It's basically edible art. Once I'm happy with the placement, I set out a few more small serving bowls. I like grouping 3 smaller ones together and placing a slightly larger bowl on the opposite side. The setup creates harmony and adds visual appeal. Plus, it always earns a few oohs and ahs before anyone even takes a bite. I pour some Hershey's egg candies into the biggest bowl. I try not to eat half the bag in the process, but no promises. I divide the rainbow sparkle, jelly bird eggs, and mini fruit marshmallows into the smaller bowls, making sure each one gets a colorful mix. Then, I carefully place my homemade Easter chocolate-covered pretzel bunnies and ducklings into another bowl, giving them their own special spot on the board. These little cuties add a personal touch since I made them myself, and they're super easy to make. If you want to try them, I'll link the recipe, video in the description below. I wrap some edible Easter grass around the big bowl. It makes the whole setup look extra festive and gives my charcuterie board the illusion that the Easter bunny personally approved it. Now, let's add some color. I line up Peeps marshmallow candy bunnies in one corner. Because what's Easter without a sugar rush? I create a little pathway of lemon sandwich cookies, starting from the big bowl of eggs and working toward the smaller bowls. This adds structure and makes the board feel put together. Plus, it gives everyone a roadmap to follow when they inevitably start munching. Time to add some homemade goodness. I place my carrot chocolate covered pretzels in the top right corner. They seriously look like mini carrots, so perfect for Easter. They make my board feel even more special since I made them myself, adding that extra homemade charm. If you want to see how I made these adorable treats, I'll link the video in the description below. I arrange some Deco Cookies Easter eggs in the middle space for a decorative touch. I sprinkle a handful of frosted circus animal cookies next to them. More color equals more fun. Now, let's fill in the gaps. I add mini gold chocolate bunnies and chocolate carrots as perfect little fillers. They add a bit of shine and charm, like edible Easter decorations. I stack some Reese's Mallow Top peanut butter cups in the top left corner. The peanut butter marshmallow combo is a total crowd pleaser, and honestly, if there's a battle over the last one, I won't be surprised. Finally, I use birthday cake bunny grams to fill any last tiny spaces. They're small, crunchy, and add just the right final touch. If I have extra, I stash some away for later. I earned it. To keep your Easter charcuterie board fresh and looking fabulous, I like to assemble it as close to serving time as possible. But if I need to prep ahead, I cover everything with plastic wrap or press and seal and store it in a dry, cool place. I also make sure to seal any small bowls with press and seal to prevent spills during transportation, because no one wants a jelly bean avalanche in the car. Just be sure to keep any cookies or crackers separate so they don't absorb moisture and lose their crunch. And that's it. I now have a gorgeous, fun, and festive Easter charcuterie board that's ready to impress. It's super easy to customize, so I swap out treats based on what I love. If I'm serving a crowd, I always check for any food allergies, so I can prepare a separate board if needed. Now, it's time to dig in. Fair warning, once this board hits the table, it might vanish faster than a chocolate bunny on Easter morning. Let me know in the comments what your must-have Easter treats are. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe for more fun food ideas. And for another festive treat, check out my video, Carrot Bundt Cake with cream cheese frosting. It's the perfect dessert to pair with this board. Happy Easter and happy snacking.